Aries, how you doing? So I keep hearing rising up and back on my feet. So you might have something to do with an eye on the tiger. So it could be a Leo or a life path 8 or an Aquarian. Okay, but rising up, I'm back on my feet and things seem to be getting bigger is what I'm hearing. Because I'm rising up and it's going up and it's going up and it's going up. I mean, is it your electric bill? Is it your bank account? Is it your ego? Or is it your Richard? I don't know, but if you were anything to do with the Taurus reading when we was drawing, woo, they had something big in their pocket. So you probably might relate to, say, a life path 5, Sagittarian, or a Taurus. Okay, if you do, watch the Taurus reading. Okay, because they come up as Sag, Taurus, life path 5s because we deal in numerology. How you doing, Aries? Sorry, what was the reading I just did? Sorry, I'm getting all back to front. Taurus, yeah, just for you guys. But yeah, so I'm hearing rising up, I'm back on my feet, and something is in the rising. So it falls right at my feet. This is going to land right on my feet. I mean, are you landing a deal? Or are you marketing and strategizing and it's going to land right on my feet and I'm going to say, man, that is a deal and a half. And I'm going to put it right on your doorstep. Something being delivered. Now, it's either a baby, a message, or something that is being delivered. Okay. Definitely keep hearing stand and deliver money all your life. So it might have something to do around money falling at your feet, landing on your door. So I don't know what this is. It's like, I don't know, because I keep hearing it's rising up. It's getting bigger and it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, if you've got, say, like grandchildren and you haven't seen them in a long time, you're like, oh my God, you've grown up. Okay. Or like you've got something that's big, like big money prizes. So some of you might be like a surprise, or you're into some big money or something like that, or a surprise party. It's like, surprise, here's Johnny, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jackie, just Jackie. So if you know a Leo, there might be something around a surprise, or like surprise birthday party, and it might be where you've seen siblings for the first time and you've got a grandchild and they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and like, oh my God, you have grown since the last time I see you. This really did come up in the last reading I did, which is Taurus, because they were on an expedition and they were going somewhere. They were about to bump into friends and siblings and family and all sorts. So you really could be dealing with that kind of like message. Don't worry if you get confused, because I deal in numerology and channel, so it'll be soul group people. But anyway, for August, I'm picking up that something in August starts growing with you like a marrow. So bone marrow, or anything of a marrow bone, or a dog gets very bigger, like your dog is growing up, or something to do with getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, bigger and better and better and bigger. So it might be your ego, it might be your bank account, and it might be work, and you've got loads of work on because you're getting more money. If you're getting more money, it means you're working harder. So say if you're entrepreneurial, which a lot of Aries are, if you're entrepreneurial, it's kind of like you probably own your own company and it's just building upon your company. Or if you're building a, say, like if you're a bricklayer, or if you have a company, or you're having like an ensuite put on the side of your house or something, and you look at it thinking, fucking hell, it's growing, it's getting bigger, right? So I don't know what it is, because I hope it isn't anything that is seriously wrong of medical, meaning that it's getting bigger, okay? Because whatever it is, it's growing up. Now, like I said, majority of these messages seem to be coming through for like grandmothers or mothers, or my children are growing bigger, or my grandkids are getting older, and blah blah blah, and it seems to be getting bigger. Now, if you're not relating to anything like kid wise, okay, then it might just be where like my business is getting bigger, okay. Growing up, rising up, back on my feet again, something like where you might have been weak, and where it was that you were weak, you are now getting stronger. So it might be strength, could be life path 8, Leo, or an Aquarian placement. You could have this, like I said, I've got Aries in Jupiter, okay, and I'm a Scorpio rising, right? So that's 4 for me, so I'd watch that. But you can also watch it because we do in a numerology. So you've only got to find a 4 placement anywhere, and you can watch this reading, okay? But like something to do with like things getting bigger, or like what was the message, sorry, before I went off on a tangent of like me. Rising up, they just keep saying rising up, it's getting bigger and bigger. So like it's probably company wise, like company, back on my feet again, that's it. So something to do around maybe like, say, if you was weak and you wasn't very strong, okay, so like you're building up core strength, or you're on a diet or something like that, or you're doing weightlifting and stuff, and like, cool, like they're getting bigger, like, and you're checking your muscles and they're getting bigger, or like, I don't know, you're doing anything around weightlifting, or like, and it's getting bigger. Hopefully, if any of you guys are on a diet, you're not getting bigger. That's the opposite effect, right? So if you're on a diet, I hope that isn't what's getting bigger, okay? So, but what I am picking up is that I'm getting stronger, okay? So it might be where I'm getting bigger and stronger, where you're putting on weight, but you're also putting on muscle, okay? Or it might be where you could hopefully be like losing weight and gaining muscle, or gaining dexterity within one's core strength, okay? Because I really do keep picking up that anything to do with around what you... I mean, like I said, I don't want to keep talking about myself because someone told me to stop doing it. But like, I've got this product that I want to tell you guys and show you all about that you've probably seen, which is the Bionic Gym. Okay, and you can strap these around your legs, and these are really for, well, for anyone really, but for anybody that suffers through backache or chronic pain where you can't walk, or you suffer from it, because I suffer from backache and God knows, what do you call it, fucking pinched nerve and all sorts of stuff, sciatica. So I really cannot exercise. So for me, I've been doing this for a week, and it is brilliant. It is shredding off, okay? So, like, I will do this to show you about that if you want, but you'll need to join the vlog, okay? But that's below, and also in the comment section. But something like that, like whatever it is that I'm doing seems to be gaining core strength. Like I seem to be getting stronger and stronger and stronger, where I can actually start to work out, or I can start to walk. That is what that is for, right? So it's like I have now done this for so long. Now I no longer feel weak, and I mean, like, it might be someone that's just come out of the hospital, for instance, and say if they've had a vasectomy or like an operation, and they haven't been very strong just lately, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden they start finding their strength, and they start finding their own feet, and they start being able to walk again. Definitely keep also picking up like something around children, that like younger children, and I haven't seen you since you were a wee lad, okay? Probably that small. And now I've seen you, it's like, my God, you can walk? And you're like, yeah, right? So it could be something like that, or someone has just come out of hospital and they're not very strong, and they haven't been, and they're not being able to walk very well or very efficiently. It could be around a fish, could be a Pisces. But like, and now all of a sudden my energy levels are better. I can start walking again. I can start talking again. I can start moving again. I mean, you know, I really do keep picking up like signs of dieting and exercise, and that's why I want to promote that. And some people might be sick of it, man, but I do want to promote it because I really suffer through like pain, and for something like me, like, that's really important. And it doesn't just help you lose weight, but it also builds up your energy level. Okay, and it gives you, so you can sleep better. You can also, like I said, your brain function starts to function better because your endorphins are flowing and everything else, and it vibrates into your leg and makes out as if you're actually doing cycling indoors. You only got to stand up or sit down wearing it. Okay, and man, it really does give you this whole different outlook. Like, it doesn't just kind of like make you shed pounds, but it also builds up all your energy levels and starts to make you think and feel better and feel differently. And it is like losing weight. Like, I'm losing weight and I'm really kind of fucking found something that really works, blah, 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 and it works that well. The fact now that I'm actually finding strength and dexterity, the fact that I can walk, okay? Now, you're either relating to a product that you found, or it's like a treadmill or something like that. Or if you're watching, Mel, I'm actually going to sell you that. I'm going to offer you it if you want to buy it. Brand new. I actually thought about offering my friend Mel, which is an Aries, this, because it's brand new. I haven't used it. I don't use it. I can't walk it. I'm in pain. It's brand new, and I'm going to knock loads of money off it and see if you want to buy it, because they own a gym. So yeah, get ready, Mel, because I'm probably going to send you a message. But like something like that, like a treadmill, a walking machine, or a machine that's helping me walk. Okay, someone that could have had an accident and they've been going for surgery, and they've been doing like this. What do they call that when you work in a hospital? You can even work there, right? be working in a hospital and you're building up strength within their legs and they can now start to walk, or it's a grandchild or child, or something that you're doing around the gym. Okay, Jim, Jillian, Justin, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, your muscles are building, you may be losing weight, or you're putting on weight and building muscle. Or the name Russell, Crow, Brandon, Lee, I don't know. But whatever it is, I seem to be getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Now, if this is like a united couple, okay, or someone that's from Manchester or Leeds or supports Manchester United, but like it's like something that's united, okay, and it is getting stronger and stronger. So it might mean the fact that you're in love with someone, you've been married and everything else, and the connection that you've got with this person just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Now, hopefully you guys are united with this person and you're not in like a fucking third-party drama triangle where you're metaphysically connected to someone and the urge and the anticipation just keeps getting stronger and stronger, but you're not getting anywhere. Like, because that's going to be really annoying, that stronger energy, right? Because it might just be, now I'm absolutely and undoubtedly obsessed about someone that's getting stronger and I can't have. But if you're in union and you're in a relationship, it really could be that it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, okay? Harder to denial. Okay, someone could have also had some... I'm picking this up, of like Viagra. Now, I've got to say it because it's coming up, because it's getting bigger and bigger. And this did come up in the Life Path 5 Taurus or Sagittarian reading, okay? So if you're relating to this picture... Okay, that I closed my keyboard's on top of it now. Okay, I'm gonna have to show you because it's there. Okay, was it this one that was getting bigger and bigger? What one? Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry, guys, but it's relating to this. Okay, it's either someone's mouth that's getting bigger, or this is getting bigger. And it might be where someone could have been, say, like impotent or something like that, I don't know, and suddenly they start being able to take Viagra, and then suddenly they're like, woohoo, look at me, Betty. And you're like, whoa, now you're up for it. So, I don't know, it might have been where you've had a spell of really not doing anything around the bedroom department, and then someone says, oh my God, now I suddenly feel completely different. I've got loads more energy, or I've lost weight or something, or like I've took some medication and now there we are, okay? And there you are, right? But whatever it is from that reading is in this one, and something, whatever it is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, you might even be growing something like copious amounts of ganja, and this is a plant that's going bigger, but it's coming from that same reading, right? So if you know anyone that is Sag, Taurus, or a Life Path 5, and you're watching this in your Aries, Scorpio, Life Path 4, and you have those same comparisons of where you would watch those readings if you're following me, that same reading or message is kind of in your one, but yours is about getting stronger and bigger. Okay, so like if you've got a company, it's getting stronger and bigger. Okay, if you've got like a big ego, your ego is standing in your way and it's getting bigger. If you had like, say, oh man, I don't know. I mean, if you had an eating disorder, I mean, I really hate to say it, if someone that might be struggling through not wanting to get bigger, you know, because it is there, right? Because your message was bigger and stronger. So it might be where someone had lost loads of weight and they've now found the right medication, because they could have been, say, anorexic, and they lost loads of weight and now they're actually putting weight on, which is normally what someone that was anorexic would not like to hear, but it's saying it's actually doing you good because it's saying it's giving you more strength. Okay, so you might not want to hear that message, but the message is for you that it is good. It might be a Life Path 4 or a Scorpio, but the message is good because it's saying I'm getting bigger, but it is saying that I'm also getting stronger in return. So you may have worked out something here of a cycle, okay, that kind of relates to this cycle of change, like a Wheel of Fortune maybe, right? Could be a Capricorn or a Gemini, okay, and or a World of 3 of Pisceum, right? some of you doing pie charts and stuff like that, or this is food and you're set. Man, this is all food related. I've got to say it, man. Even if I'm channeling or drawing, it's food related. It's pie charts and food, segregating it up into different segments and this amount, that amount, and this amount and that amount. Okay, so what I am picking up that some of you, if anybody around you has been really suffering through like anorexia, it feels like that what you're doing of a message is doing you well, because it's saying that you've figured out a plan of food to eat and you're eating it and it's making you more stronger and bigger. That's a better way to put it. Okay. Now, if you figured out some kind of plan, which is what I do, and I do this all the time religiously, I have found, and I'm going to do this as a product review on the vlog, okay, behind the life behind tarot, or behind the life of tarot. You can find it in the comment section or below. Okay, I have an Apple Watch, okay, and I also have this very good app, okay, that I can't remember what it's called, but it is brilliant for calorie reduction, taking snippets of like the barcode, how many calories is it, add it to my lunch, okay, then deducting the amount of calories off your certain amount of what your body mass tells you can have per day. If you go over that, okay, if you go under it, it adds onto the week. So you can look at the end of the week and think, oh, I've got 6,000 calories that I can have if I want to have a cheat day. It adds them up for you, okay. When you combine this pad set that I've bought and the watch, that tells you lost 700 calories in an hour. It adds it up onto here. The watch connects to the app on the phone, and the phone calorie app tells you that you've lost 777 calories. We've reduced that from the amount of calories you can have per day, which is an extra 777. And that really does, for me, for a diet, so it really could you, okay, work this out as a really good thing to look for. Because this can be, what I'm picking up is circles. Now, if your advice to the Apple Watch does have those rings that you close, okay, so like activity app, okay, and I've set it to like make sure that I do half an hour to an hour a day, and there's my activity ring closed. There's my standing up and motivation and moving green ring, okay, there's that, or the green ring of there's my half an hour to an hour exercise, and the exercise ring is closed, okay. What you will also notice through the Apple Watch is that then you get something that looks and resembles a lot like this symbol, which is where you get a certificate on your Apple Watch to say you've got a certificate of like 1 hard week of exercise. Well done, Steve. Continue to go. That's what my Apple Watch tells me, and that's what every Apple Watch would say if you have one. And this message, sorry Aries if these are not relating to you, but it is really what I'm picking up, is a plan that you seem to have figured out that works really well for you, okay? So it could be where you are a provider of something and you are like, say, okay, I'm going to start something of a plan, okay? So I'm going to join a club and this is a plan and we've got this set up for you and the plan is here, and it's pie charts and stuff like that, and like, okay, I'm going to join a club and we offer this and we offer this as a plan, this is a set plan and this is a plan, okay, something like that, or the name Pam, okay. Now this could also be like medication that you've just took or you're on and it seems to really be working and it seems to be going in your favor, because like I said, if it isn't medication, my advice would be that is diet, exercise and that, because it supports your brain function. Your brain function is everything that you eat and that you have and no exercise at all. So obviously when you're getting a load, this literally gives you all of what the body needs because it pushes the blood flow. The blood flow, in my instance, can stop things like ADHD and stuff like that, blah, 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 right? So mental health. So you either work in mental health and you've figured out some kind of like, right, a light bulb moment. It's just clicked and you're like, oh shit man, this really works really well for me. It fits like a glove, it works really well. I've figured out a structure of, okay, dieting, exercise, plan, blah blah blah. I've got it all wrote down and that's what I'm doing, and it seems to be like where I'm getting stronger and blah blah blah, or I'm getting bigger and stronger if I was smaller. And if say like you had a small channel or a small wiener or something like that, It seems to be growing. Whatever it is seems to be getting bigger. It's building. Okay, so I'm looking at the tower in my head. Life Path 7, Cancerian, maybe. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's growing and growing and growing. Because you've figured out some kind of... see, the thing is what I believe in, is that you've figured it out, but you've probably figured it out in divine timing, which basically means that it's kind of time for you to receive something. You've put in a load of hard work, you've put in a load of time, a load of effort, and it's now time for you in order to be able to start receiving a lot of stuff, right? So this can be, of what I'm picking up of your actual stuff here. I don't know why I keep picking this up as an outline of a face of someone that's got a crew cut, like a very short haircut here. And this is like a square head. I don't know why, or the name Ed or Eddie, but like a square head. I don't know why that is. Anything else that's there, I know it's probably a good job that I actually drew that circle, because I'm not picking up anything else here for you, really. Okay, unless you do. Unless you can see something, it's up to you here, but I'm really not kind of picking it up. But what I am done for you is channel pretty much what I feel is going to be coming up. So, any of you guys that have been doing something and you've started it now, of a plan of something around dieting or building upon something, and it's been working, do not change what has been working. Okay, so if you're on diets, don't go back on your diet or your words. You're doing really well, it's working. Okay, if you've lacking strength and you're doing something that's giving you more strength, keep doing that. Okay, what they're saying is, Aries, is that you are going, Spirit is saying you are going in the right direction. Any move that you've made, financial move, like myself, I've made a huge financial move, but they're saying if you've made a financial move, don't give up, keep going. It will build, it will work, it is successful, and it is business, and it's probably worrying you, but it will work. Okay, so if you're dieting, keep doing it, it will work. If you've lacked in diet but you're now lactose intolerant or anything like that, and you've found some kind of pill or antibiotic or anything like that, and you've had a bad eye like me, but antibiotic, any kind of tablet, if it's been working, don't stop taking it, keep taking it because it's working. Okay, if you're moving, don't stop, keep going. Okay, if you've left the narcissistic ex, or you've had a fight and fuck knows what else and it hasn't worked and you've stopped doing it, continue to stop doing it. Okay, if you've got a very bad habit and you realise that you've stopped smoking, okay, continue to stop smoking and don't go back. If you've left an ex, don't go back. Okay, because I'm picking up on direction. I am going in the right, or an erection, but whichever way, it's getting bigger. So whatever it is doing, it's helping my life completely. Okay, there you go. That's what we've got for you. Continue to go forward. Do not go backwards. Okay. So Kaylee, Casey, Shania, Chaka Khan. Do you want to Chaka Khan? Do you want to Chaka Khan? Why don't you just chuck a Khan in there? I'll chuck everything in there, man. You can have a bundle. You can just chuck it in. It's like chuck it in, Chuck, unless your name's Chuck Sellers or Sarah, Steve, Sassy, Sarah. But yeah, if you're selling something, keep selling it. Anyway, let's go. Let's go, baby. Some of you might be fishing. Sorry, that's another message from the DHL. You are about to receive your extra gel pads for your machine that you decided to buy because it does work. Let's see. Aries. For August. Aries for August. Bam, Augustine, Justine, Justy, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Justine, Teen, Justine, Mean. I know. Justine, Mean. Some of you might be mean, lean, and a working machine, and you're just mean to your partner because you're working, all the time. Fog on the Tyne is all mine from Manchester. Okay, unless you're, who was that sung that? The football player? Gascoigne. Gascoigne. But I don't know, Fog on the Tyne, Willie Fogg, someone from London, or get from Manchester, Leeds, or something like that, or the name Lee. Lisa, Leeds, Laura, Lee. But anyway, whichever way it is, you may not be speaking to your family member here, or if you've got an ex with children, you're more than likely not speaking to them here. You're very curious about what's going on with this sun energy, with your son or your daughter, But don't worry about them because it looks like they're absolutely fine. Because if they say, yeah, I'm fine, don't worry about me, I'm all right, then they mean it. They're not being, they're being serious. If this person says, if they're not saying anything at all, you ain't got to worry about this person here. Because what I'm hearing is no, I'm fine, bruv. I'm all right just being at home. I'm fine being on my own. I can be with you, be without you, be at home. I'm fine. It's settled, this person, okay? So don't upset this person, whichever way it is, because they're saying that one of you or both of you are going in the right direction, which means that if you are not talking to the person that has been annoying you, do not continue to annoy them, cross-watch or anybody alike, because your message is people are starting to understand to go in the right direction, okay? So if you've got, say, a child that's older, or a brother or sister, and they're ignoring you, say if you're an elderly parent, you're looking after a child, and you just seem to be really struggling around your kid, and all you do is worry about them, worry about them, worry about them, worry about them, and they're like, you ain't got to bother about me, bruv. I'm old enough to look after myself. Leave me the fuck alone. If you're getting messages like that, then take note of it, because they mean it. They're not being, they're not messing around. They mean it here. It's really a message for you, okay? They could well want leaving alone, because this is, I'm holding out for a message for you to talk, but I don't need to talk all of the time. I'm actually okay. I'm settled. Okay, so if any of you are like, oh, well, I'm worried about leaving my son and I want to go on holiday, but the son is old enough to look after themselves, you ain't got to worry about your son because they're old enough. Because it's, like I said, they're growing up. They're old enough now to do things themselves. So, like I said, it could be a message like that. My kids need looking after, but they're old enough to do what they want. So keep panicking and worrying about your kids. If you want to go on holiday and you're worried about leaving them behind, don't worry about it, because your message is, I'm fine. You don't have to keep worrying, okay? So you got to take note, okay? You really got to take note. If you're getting those sort of messages and you're not paying attention to them, then you'll get ignored here, because this person will just dig their heels and they think, oh, fuck it, bro. I've told you once. I ain't going to keep telling you. You either do it or you don't. But if you don't, that's up to you, but I'm fine. Okay, so there you go. Some of you are going on a family trip or outing or holiday and you're taking the kids with you, okay? Also hearing like a place in the sun, or a place, it might be a fish. If I say place, you say cod, haddock, fish, Pisces, life path 3. Okay, Aries, what they got coming up for August for Aries. There you go. So I've got children, I've got clients, I've got people, I got sunshine, I got sun in my life, I don't know what I mean. You're disappointed. Oh God, no, disappointed. Oh no, please say that you haven't got a narcissistic family member, or Amber. Oh no, you haven't got an Amber Heard, have you? Oh dear, sorry. Because everything is good here. But I'm sorry, I'm kind of picking up future energy here. Spirit's getting me to look at, like, if you've got narcissism in the family, you got to be very careful of praising one of the children and putting the other one down, because we just went over that in the Taurus reading, where I said about control. Okay, narcissistic family members. Build, destroy, build. So, family members, children, if it's narcissism and control. Build, destroy, child. Destroy, build, child. Destroy, build, from destruction, child. Okay? So if you've got loads of kids and you haven't just spoke to them and they don't want to, leave them alone. Sorry, but I'm just hearing it. Well, I don't know. Not if they're young kids and stuff. I don't know. Just go with whatever it is, that message it is that relates to you, right? But they're getting me to look at this instant of like building and destroying. Because if you have narcissistic exes or family members, they can shine the light upon one of these children and say, this is my absolute pride and joy. But this one, oh no, this one's a piggy. Okay, we don't want this one, do we now? We want this one. This one is what we want. This one is the golden child. This one that has a gift. This one is special. This one, okay, we don't want to talk to you. Okay, I've got better things to do than talk to you. And pushing a child out and raising that one up, raising Arizona, a mate, or Aaron or Darren, and then making them feel really, really good and positive and everything else. And then all of a sudden, okay, now your centre of attention, I'm the family member that wants centre of attention, and I don't like it that you're getting better attention than me. So I need to now make you feel as if you're a disappointment in the family and you're not welcome or wanted because you're the odd one out. Replace child with child. Okay, I'm not speaking to you now because you're a disappointment. I would rather speak to this child because they are the golden child and the golden chicken. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Rhodes or Island, or Rhodes Island, Louisiana or Idaho? Okay, but again, I've got children. Okay, I'm raising this one up because they are special. They went to school, they had better education, and they are not an embarrassment. But I might have a Pisces that I don't want around here that is an embarrassment. This sounds so much like my life. But like an embarrassment, or the name Barry or Claire. Okay, but what I'm hearing is that there's an instigator here of the sun around siblings, daughters and children, which might mean you're a disappointment, you're just a drop off and a fall off and you ain't worth anything, but I would rather have you here than what I would you. And it might be where someone's picking between, okay, well, I want you here because I get on well with you, but I don't want you here. And it's a little bit like kids when you're at school, okay? You're at school. I mean, you might be suffering this from your kids when they come home at school. It's kind of like standing there at sports day, or when you go and do sports at school and they say, okay, you're very good, okay, because we like you and you're good and you're popular and everyone loves you and you're good at sports and you're good at sports and okay, go on then, bruv, we'll have Dave. Yeah, go on, we'll have Sid. Okay, James, yeah, go on then, bruv, we'll have you too. Yeah, no, he's good. Oh, no, bruv, listen, you want him because he's popular, because he's got weed in his pocket. Brilliant. Okay, yeah, go on then, Nigel, we'll have you too. Okay, brilliant. Right, now it comes to the kid with eating the cake. Who wants the kid that eats cake? No, I don't want you, bruv. You ain't no good. You ain't got no friends. No one likes you. Okay, so we're going to put you down. Go on then, I'll have the tree that sits over there. Go on then, I'll have the bench. Oh, well, the bench ain't going to do anything, bruv. Well, it moves quicker than that person does. He don't move. He don't do anything. Okay, so let's just drop him off. We don't want him. Let's just make sure that we give all our attention to this one person, but not this one. And then make this person feel as if they're non-acceptable into society, that what they do for a living or what they do for a job or how they look or how they are around religion or race or anything like that. No, you're more of a disappointment because we say so. Our family is bigger than your family. Our ego says within our family, you're welcome, but you're not. So you might see this within your family, within your partner's family, but it is here all the same, okay? Now, an instigator of such can do this around love interests too, okay? Because it can be, okay, I've got a lover or a mother, or a lover could also be a Gemini, okay? And I've got a lover or a lover as a mother as a Gemini, okay? Because I'm kind of picking that up. Or whatever it is, okay? And I have one, okay? And I have a lover, but no, okay, I'm going to give you loads of attention. And now I've got your attention. I know you want me. I'm going to deny you and say, okay, now you want me. I've got your attention. Okay, brilliant. You want me. Now I know that. I can just drop you. And now, okay, you're not giving me any attention anymore. Why is that? Well, you picked this person. You said that they were better than I was, blah, blah, blah. You wanted them, so I fucked off and went. You said you wanted them. No, I don't want them now. I want you. What do you mean you want me? You didn't want me back when I was a kid. You see, this is the trouble. Your message seems to be coming through of maybe exes that had children as well as maybe that someone could be doing this around their love life, which means just dropping people and picking people up like a piece of trash. Okay, I've built you up, I've given you hope, I've told you no now you've got hope and you're interested. Drop you and now I want interest now. So it's kind of like, okay, I raised you as a child, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Okay, I never spent any time around you. I just basically, your mother did, okay, or your father, whichever way around, okay, because this could be what could be happening in a family group. Okay, say for instance that you got married at one point and now you got divorced and the children all went with one person. Okay, say the family all went with, say, the mother, okay, there's a situation where it is kind of like where the kids are like, oh, so now you want like something to do with me. You didn't want anything to do with me when I was growing up, right? When I was a kid, I was a disappointment because you was never around. And because you was never here and you never turned up in order to watch me play football or fucking take me wherever it was, you were never here for all of those kind of things. So why on earth should I now start speaking to you now? You want to reconcile and speak to me now? Why should I do that? Okay, why would I? Why should I? Because I love you. You're my son. You're my daughter. Of course I want. Well, you didn't. You wanted this one. You said that this one was your special gift child. This is the one that has all of the knowledge and has the one that went to university. Okay, and that they're better off. And now you always told me that I was the odd one out. Oh, no, don't worry. I'm a narcissist. I like to do that. You know, I can just drop them and tell them no. I'll just have you. Okay, so I don't know what messages I'm picking up. Don't get annoyed and start shooting the messenger, because if this is an important message for someone that they need to listen to, then it's for someone that really needs to hear it. Because I keep picking this up, drop and go type sort of energy. Pick up, build up, drop and go. Okay, so it might just be where I'm just prepared to drop everything and go. Now, you might be going on holiday, but you could have like had family members that are like, okay, I'm just going to drop all my kids. It don't matter that they're 2 or 3 year old. I'm more centre of attention than anyone else. The 2-year-olds can look after themselves. I'm going on holiday. Fuck the kids. Now, I don't know what that message is coming through. I don't know. Is it past energy? I don't know. Some family member that was more concerned about their own life than the children at the time. Like I said, you could have had an ex that was like, man, I'm more worried about getting pissed and lashed up and going out with the lads and the friends than I am my children. Ah, it's all right, she'll just look after them. I'm more about the high life and getting stoned and going out. And then later on, they're like, oh, shit, I just forgot my children's life for the past 16 years. Oh, now what? No, now I'm going to have to apologise. Well, now they're not interested, Tyrone. Sorry. But they're the messages I'm picking up, you know. I do, man. I keep feeling as if I wouldn't talk like that. As someone drinks, they're like, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be late. Or I didn't mean it. Fucking okie doke, bruv. It's really, sorry, but I really do keep picking up like a lot of hostility coming from like just dropping people and like, you know, dropping off like flies. Man, that's why people really don't like me, because these cards, probably a lot of people may not pick up signs like that, right? If you, I mean, if you want to look at this as a generic thing, you could just like have what first card. Oh, it doesn't really matter what first card you get out, really. But you could have a new person, right? You could have a new person. You're kind of like, nah, I got that one, but I'd rather have this one. But I don't know, you know, which person do I want to be with? I have a few options, but none of them are really kind of like up to scratch of a person that I kind of look into that I want to be with, you know. And it might be you want to kind of be single and you're just kind of like floating around, you know. Of single, you know, being single, got an opportunity, it's there if I kind of want to start speaking to them, but I really don't know if I want to start speaking to them, because if I do, I'm just going to open up the gates of you know, now I'm going to be flooded with offers, and I don't really want that, you know. And I'd rather just not open up the dialect. And see, man, this comes through as a parenting thing as well, where there's control here, because the children here have been taught that long to not speak to a family member, that you get to that point where you can't even say 1 or 2 words, because if you do reach out or you do say something, that opens up the floodgates for the person to think, oh, you've just asked me for something, that means that you forgive me and we can go straight back to square one and start over. And you're like, no, that isn't what that fucking means. No, it does not mean that at all. That means that I just need to communicate you for one thing, but that does not mean that I've forgiven you, or the fact that the floodgates are open and we can just go back to the way it was before. No, that does not mean that. No, not by any chance does it. No. That is a message to someone, and I can assure you that some of this is coming from the children. Okay? It really is. Okay? So what I'm picking up for you is that what they have been taught here is to more than likely lie to a compulsive, controlled environment of family, of X, or how it is or was at one point or is at the moment. And because they've been taught to ignore a family member, they've got to the stage where they know now not to speak, because that may be that much control within this environment. They know to just shut up and not say anything, because if they do, that makes the other person think that there's a chance. It's like an ex, for instance. If you got an ex, right, and you just like speak to an ex, and suddenly they think, oh, we're back together, and you go like, oh, hold on a minute, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that we were back together. I just said hi, that was all. I just said hello. It doesn't mean we're back together. Or parenting situation, you know, morning, yeah, good morning. Oh, okay, you said good morning. Oh, brilliant. So anyway, and you're like, hold on a minute, bruv, slow your roll. That does not mean that by any chance. I just said good morning, that's it. It doesn't mean that I'm sorry, like, fuck no, that doesn't mean that. You know, so people, normally, when they've been controlled that much, they start to think, you know what, the best thing to actually do is not have you in my life at all and not actually speak to you whatsoever. Because if I do that, at least it's easier than having to keep having you in my life, out of my life, in my life, out of my life, in it, then out of it, in and out, and fucking where I'm confused that much that I don't know whether I'm being controlled, narked, or fuck knows what. To be quite honest with you, it's best just to fucking ignore everybody and actually just be me and not actually worry about anybody telling me that I'm a disappointment or that I'm supposed to speak when I don't want to. You can't control my vocabulary. What, are you a narcissist? And I'm sorry, but I'm channeling the thoughts and feelings from a person here. When I speak to you and you say, Steve, I really feel like you're speaking to me, that's why. It's because how I read is I read in the feelings and the thoughts and what I'm hearing as a psychic that comes through that gives it to you. That's why it makes it so personal. Okay, that's why a lot of people fucking hate me. Because it's so personal. It touches the truth. Touches on what they don't like to hear. That's why they're like, no, that's not what I wanted to hear. I'd rather be lied to. Okay, you continue to be lied to if that's the way it is. If you want to continue on with your life being lied to, well, then you continue on to be lied to. It's up to you. Yeah. Now, not all of these messages are relating to that. I'm just picking that up as a main, or someone from Maney, okay, but like a main group of energy, of message, right? Because this could just be where you're just playing tit for tat and childish energy and we're not speaking. You're not speaking, I'm not speaking. I tried reaching out, you didn't answer. Because you didn't, I just don't bother. Okay, if you're not going to bother, I'm not going to bother. Let's just not speak. Forever or for a while, or Trevor. But whichever way it is, if you're not going to speak and I've tried, I'm not going to try anymore. I've put it out there, I've offered you. If you're not going to take it, well then don't. Okay, so it could be something simple like that. Okay, I'm thinking about you, blah, blah, blah. I may have sent a message just before I watch this reading, and I'm looking out to see if you're going to reply. But if you're not and you're going to act like this, then you continue to act like this and we'll just continue to not speak. Okay, so that is a general message that you may have gone through in family or both or love life. Okay. Aries for August. But August can start now, man. Okay, so you got the 10 of Wands and Aries, Leo or Sagittarian, but the kings of fire are normally every element, okay? So you got Aries /4, life path Scorpio, Taurus, Sagittarian, life path 5, Aries 4, Scorpio, life path 4. Okay, that's how we read. If you don't know, you'll need my teaching tier over on the new website. Because all the videos have been moved from Patron to the new website now. So they're all in bundles, subscriptions, pay as you go, buy one time, or I don't know, there's loads of things. But again, this could now is just coming up where it's siblings that are roaring with one another, probably to do with around, like I said, someone doesn't spend so much time with the children or the husband or the wife, and the children are like, well, we don't get to see my father very much, blah, blah, blah. Okay, or it is where it is just a normal love life. We're not really speaking at the moment because we've had a little bit of a Barney, blah, 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 and then suddenly here they are. Okay, so it's kind of like that. Okay, it's like a momentarily kind of like, no, I haven't seen you in a little while, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we'll just add a little bit of a Barney. It's very minor. It's nothing to really worry about. We're not finished. We're not broke up. We're just not really speaking. They said something I didn't like. Okay, I replied and they didn't like that either. And then Steve told me actually in the last reading that when you are arguing, it's always good to remember in a tarot reading that when you are in conflict with a person, they would watch the reading and pick up the messages exactly the opposite to what you do. Which means that you would think, okay, we've tried speaking, we've tried getting on, we've not, something's happened, we're not speaking. Whatever it is that I say that argument may or may not have been about, that person, if watching this reading, would watch it saying that it was your fault, it was you, blah, blah, blah. That's how tarot card readings work. It's a reflection of you and your partner when in conflict. When you're in conflict, both parties always believe that they are right. That is what belief does, because it's lying to you. It's ego. It's your ego that fooled you to do this, okay? So whilst your ego is intact, what is it best to not do? Have a breather, have a break, regroup your energy and gather back together at a point in time, okay? When the ego is, the argument, the ego, the frustration is gone, okay? Don't make it worse. It's like picking at a scab and making it worse. Let it heal and then regroup, okay? So that's what I've got for you so far. Because we've done 44 minutes, Aries, and I only have a few Aries avid watchers, even though you get a lot of the best messaging, I am going to go over to the other side. Now, I do have a new website that a lot of you may or may not have seen yet. The video is below. So on the channel also explains about the new changes, which is that I can sell you an individual reading very cheaply for like $2 or $3. You can buy it or rent it, okay, if you just want the one reading and the one star sign. You can join subscription tiers. You can have bundles. You can have a bundle of like all 12 star signs bundled into a box, and I can rent you out this 12 star signs for say a week, and I charge you a certain amount, but you'll only be able to watch it for a week, but you'll have all 12 for 1 week, or just 3 or 4, and you'll have to let me know which ones you want, and I can rent you out 3 or 4, okay? So there's loads of different bundles. That's teaching, weeklies and monthlies when we get going, okay? All of the monthlies so far of August 2022 have been gone from, they're on YouTube, but I've took all of the extended ones and now also put them on Patron and also the new website. So they're all there if you join the subscriptions. The subscriptions now, we go from bundles and whatnot. Subscriptions are the same as Patron. They are bronze, silver and gold. Bronze is just the monthlies. Subscription, either buy, sell or just stay for the month. The month is whenever you join. It does not kick you off at the end of the month like Patreon did. As soon as you join, you get a month. And then you join next month if you want. So if you join on the 25th, you get until the 25th of next month. You do not get any sales tax that is added either, okay? So you got that. Or you got the weeklies and monthlies, the same as what it was on Patreon. All weeklies and all monthlies all into one bundle, and that's the weekly and monthly tier. Then you also have another one, which is weeklies, which is monthlies, weeklies, and all of the teaching, channeling and building a business and reading cards, esoteric, karmic energy, twin flames, astrology, numerology, all of the above, plus 2 Q&As of me going live on that tier. That is the gold tier, okay? There will probably be more stuff added to that at some point, or just a teaching tier. But if you would like to know all about it, it tells you about everything that you can join on the new website, and it will be updated and it will grow, and hopefully it will grow into something big, okay? So you can join the family. We'll also be going live and you can interact with me via a camera, audio, or actually just in the comments like YouTube would, okay? And if not, and you are on Patreon already, this extended will go to Patreon. But this is your August 2022, and to continue on to see what it is that you've got of a full spread, you'll need one of the links provided below, but my advice would be the brand new tier, the brand new website, and you can find that all provided below. Thank you so much, Aries. I really do appreciate it, guys, and I'll see you over on one of them, hopefully.